Not the first time in my life I've heard the end. Start again.
This is day 2 of the season for me in Kansas here. This morning I opted out of hunting in the morning and pulled as many cameras as I could that have been marinating for a couple months now. Shot my bow, got camp dialed. Now it's nothing but hunting from here. I snuck into Whirlybird. It's kind of in the heart of the timber stand, surrounded by bedding on all 4 sides, and we snuck into the junkyard today and pulled the cart out of there, and lo and behold, old Shakes is on there. So that's good news that he's still in the area. He survived last year. We'll play it by ear, see if we move on him or not. Chris has spent a lot of time hunting that deer, so we might just leave him for when Chris gets here, but we'll see what decision's made on that. We've got a couple more cards to pull, and we'll go from there.
It's a new season, and with that comes new goals for Lee VanDenBrink and a chance to hunt a new state for the first time. With Lee's goals is to take his first 150-inch buck with only a week to make it happen. With no deer sightings and the first night in the books, Lee hopes there's only room for improvement in the days to follow.
Another day, another stand location. The wind switched to out of the north earlier this afternoon, which is perfect for us to get set up on this bean field. I'm hoping to get some intel on what deer are using the bean field and where they're coming out at. There's lots of trails and a lot of deer tracks in the beans, so they're definitely using the beans. Just need to get them eating the beans during the daylight. Earlier today we hung one more set on a fence row, kind of weaved one in the tree. We have a camera just to the south of there where we picked up 3 potential shooters. One looks to be a buck that we named Sundown. 2 years ago, Chris had an encounter with him back in the junkyard, and just it was too low of light. Casey hunted him last year, had a couple encounters and just couldn't get it done, so just need to get eyes on him. Good cold front coming in tonight, getting below freezing tomorrow morning, so deer should be active. So we'll see what tonight brings, and maybe slipping in there in the morning. There's a couple doe way across in the beans right now. They're looking back into the woods. There's a buck. He's tall, looks like a tall 8-point. That's a good 8. It's the 8 with a split G2 on his right side. We've actually gotten pictures of that deer in several locations on several farms. Several pictures of him over on Bob Marley Bottom. And then a couple miles this way, we got pictures of him on the road stand where we hunted this morning. And now he's in the bean field in front of us. He's a good deer. It'd be tough to pass on him, but I still want the 150 mark. But that's a very respectable buck. He's for sure 4 years old.
This segment of Rival Wild is presented by Diamondback Truck Covers.
Well, it's our first morning up in the stand I'm naming Nomad, basically because it feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. I'm in basically a wide open field, a little fence row. Hung this set yesterday because 40 yards to my right is probably been the most active camera as far as mature deer on this farm. There's been 3 bucks in here that are all 4 years old, and all I would be willing to wrap my Kansas tag around. Finally cooler temperatures. It's a balmy 34 degrees, and after it being 65, close to 70 during the day, this feels good, feels right. Hopefully the wind stays this direction. We can come back tonight. There's been a 10 that's been cut in this corner and then working his way back at night, so I think this is his core area. Just need to get him in daylight.
While the cooler temps seem to have the deer hunkered down, Lee has a good feeling about the nomad stand. It's only a matter of time before good bucks show up during daylight hours.
After the hunt this morning, quick snuck over and grabbed the camera from the junkyard to see what's been in there. So far there's a lot of activity. I'm hoping some new deer start showing up, and hoping more deer are starting to become daylight, and obviously the return of shakes. All these pictures organized for in case he shows up in a couple days. You can just go through and see what's been the most active stands and what's been what, where, when, and how. Oh, that deer's so old. I'd love to see him. Oh, and there we go. Oh, wow. Need to zoom in on this. There he is. The shakes. Wow, is he a big deer? 9 on one side. 17 points I can count from here. Oh my goodness. 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Jeez. Well, he's alive and he's daylight now. That was yesterday morning at 9 o'clock. Really hope he does not walk past me. I do not know if I have the willpower to pass him up. Tonight we found ourselves in the beet laboratory. It is the stand furthest north on our property, and the wind switched back to out of the south, so we couldn't hunt the beans. So we're hunting CRP field. The 2 funnels go down to the neighbor's beans, hoping to catch a cruiser going to the beans to feed at night. This is also the last place that we ended up filming shakes last year. Chris and I were here, and he walked across the field behind me. So I kind of want to see him, and I also kind of don't want to. I don't want that pressure on me. But there's been a lot of good deer in this area. I've kind of narrowed down my remaining time down to 2 stands. I'm going to hunt this one and the nomad stand that we sat in this morning. I feel like those are my best chances to get a mature deer right now. The sun is dropping fast, so I should be able to start seeing some deer pretty soon. A couple does are coming out in the field now. Oh, there's a buck. What deer is that? That's a good deer. I think it's just a slick 8. Old deer though. Wow. He's gonna walk right underneath us.
And old he is. This mature 8 has been dubbed the Island 8, a beautiful looking buck and a trophy for many hunters. But Lee is sticking to his guns. It's 150 inches or bust. So today, the Island 8 gets a pass. Lee feels like he's getting closer to daylight walkers as the Reconyx cameras start heating up. With all his chips on the table, he narrows in on 2 stands that show the most daylight movement. This segment of Rival Wild has been presented by Banks Outdoors. This segment of Rival Wild is presented by America's Best Bowstrings. Peace of mind is priceless.
Well, on the last night of the hunt, this is not where I was expecting to be sitting right now. So with two mature deer past the stand this morning in daylight, I opted to finish my time out here. I'll be here tonight, and I'll be here tomorrow morning. So I got two sits, sundown walks in daylight. I should get eyes on them. Casey gets in tomorrow. I fly out, and I'm giving Casey his truck back, and he's gonna start his quest on the Kansas property. I guess he got a pretty good idea that he wants sundown as well, so I'm sure you'll be seeing Casey right back in this stand. Another deer. That's a buck. New guy. It's a new guy. Guy's coming over here. Oh my gosh. That's a stud. He's a shooter. He's a shooter for sure. He's pumping the does around. Okay, the does are coming this way now. He's following right through the does. Okay, here comes the dog. Coming out there. Come on, follow him. Oh, he's dead. Oh, baby. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Stud. Oh. I have no idea what to say right now. I was not planning on sitting here. And literally we were getting ready. And the last minute, I'm like, sundown was daylight. This guy was here this morning. It's gonna happen. And did it happen? I had a hole this big. He was these does right here busted. There's nothing. Everything was going downhill fast. I had to take that shot. I think it was a touch low. I think it was right behind the shoulder, but his leg kicked the arrow out. Oh, what a stud. What a stud. What a stud. Boom. Kansas.
This segment of Rival Wild has been presented by Oz, Active Odor Destroyer. This segment of Rival Wild is presented by Garmin. mind is a powerful thing. It's human nature to start thinking of the negative possibilities when you're uncertain of the outcome. As a bow hunter, uncertainty can settle in quickly when you think you've taken every step toward your goal. In the whitetail woods, having reassurance can be the final piece of the puzzle in reaching your goal. Uncertainty has settled in for Lee as he decides to leave the buck until the morning. It's not always an easy decision, but usually the right one.
Used to whisper, gently in my ear, promises to be kept.
Got decent penetration. I mean, enough to get in the vitals. Part of the arrows broke off in on the broadhead. Should be breaking some things up. The ram kit should be doing some damage inside. Watching the film, he came into the woods right by this tree. He kind of cut in right. It's thick. He cut in right here, and he started. I'm assuming he went down. It's right there. I can see his belly right there. Boom, baby! Yes! Yes! He didn't make it 120 yards total. We watched him run right past this tree here, and that's. When he was coming into the woods, he started slowing down, and I'm like, either this is a good thing, so he's gonna start slowly walking, or he's hurting. And he was hurting because he was down right there.
Yes! Why you say 151 too?
I know it.
Do you want to stay connected to all things Keefer Brothers? Visit KeeferBros.com for an in-depth look at what we use in the field, promo deals on products, and other videos. Also, check out our YouTube channel and social media for a first-hand look into all things Keefer Brothers. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hunter Safety System. Saving lives is what we do.